What is poppin'? What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you could just call me Juice, because that is my nickname. Appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get to the public and my channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly, and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. Listen, guys, a couple weeks ago, I said the 49ers were overrated. I said they were not Super Bowl contenders. And I just, quite frankly, was not sold. I was more sold on the Packers. I was more sold on the Seattle Seahawks. And I was more sold on the New Orleans Saints. But as I get more data, as I watch more games, and as I saw the 49ers destroy Aaron Rodgers and the Packers last week on Sunday Night Football in prime time, that sold me enough, okay? This team is legit. They're the best team in the NFC. Now, this does not mean I'm locking the 49ers up as Super Bowl champions. I'm not saying they're a Super Bowl lock, okay? They're not, okay? They still have a lot of work to do. They still got to play at the Ravens. I do believe they will lose that game. They still have to play at the Saints. I actually think they'll beat the Saints. I think the Saints are I think they're a bad matchup for the Saints. I think the Saints are really good, but I think the 49ers are just better. They still got to play at Seattle. And they still have to play the Rams too. So there is still a lot of work to be done for the 49ers. But I gotta tell you, come postseason time, it's going to take an Aaron Rodgers 2016 light performance where he pretty much said, relax, and he ran the table and almost went to the Super Bowl, okay? It's going to take Drew Brees and the Saints playing nearly perfect to beat this 49ers team. It's going to take Russell Wilson pulling off a miraculous performance to beat this 49ers team, okay? I'm not saying they can't be beat, but they should clearly, in my opinion, right now, be the favorite to come out of the NFC, and they're by far the best team in the NFC. And again, me saying that they're the best team does not guarantee that they're going to win it all, because I think the Rams last year, they were better than the Patriots, but the Patriots won. So, and you know, a lot of people keep telling me the 49ers offense just isn't that good. I have questions about the 49ers offense. And I will admit, I do think that Jimmy G is not the best quarterback in the world. But when we look at the offense as a whole, guys, do we realize that the 49ers had the second best offense as far as points per game in the National Football League? Do we not realize that this offense is 6th overall in total offense? Do we not realize that this team is second in rushing to the Baltimore Ravens? I mean, you can say whatever you want, but the numbers show the 49ers are a legitimate offense. They can put up points, okay? Running backs, they're really, really good, okay? Matt Breida, Tevin Coleman, Raheem Mostert, okay? They have 3 legitimate running backs to throw at you, and they all can do so many different things. And by the way, Kyle Shanahan is one of the best, coaches at scheming players open, at designing run plays, at creating a great game plan that creates mismatches, that attacks the weaknesses of the defense, okay? Kyle Shanahan is an excellent play designer. So these players are on steroids, in my opinion, because Kyle Shanahan is their offensive play caller. Not to mention, George Kittle is arguably the best tight end in football, okay? George Kittle is the Rob Gronkowski to the San Francisco 49ers offense, okay? That guy means the world to them. And what makes George Kittle such a dynamic threat and such a scary thing for this 49ers offense is he's too fast for linebackers, and he's too big for most defensive backs. What that means is linebackers cannot cover him because they're not fast enough. And most defensive backs, they can run with him, but they cannot out-jump him. They cannot out-physical George Kittle. George Kittle is a matchup nightmare. He's the best tight end in football, not to mention he can block too, okay? He's the Rob Gronkowski of that offense, okay? And when we look at the 49ers wide receiver core, I actually really like their wide receiver core. I think Deebo Samuel is really, really underrated, guys. I love Deebo Samuel coming out of the draft. Kyle Shanahan, this offense moves him all around the field. He can play in the slot, can play on the outside a little bit. And he's a hard player to tackle. He gets a ton of yards after the catch. That's the big thing about Deebo Samuel. He's tough. And he fits the 49ers mentality. Kendrick Bourne is not the best wide receiver, but he's reliable. Emmanuel Sanders. excellent trade, excellent pickup for this 49ers team. Emmanuel Sanders is the difference maker for this team. Not to mention, they have players like Marquise Goodwin and Dante Pettis who have not even been relied on up to this point. So as far as the 49ers offense goes, they're really, really deep, okay? And when we look at Jimmy G, I get it. I have some questions about Jimmy G too, okay? I really do. But say what you want. Jimmy G, he started 21 games. You know how many games he's won out of those 21 games? 18. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's a reason that Bill Belichick wanted to keep Jimmy Garoppolo on the Patriots. He saw something special in that guy. Anytime the greatest head coach of all time sees something in a quarterback, I think you might want to listen. I'm just saying. And again, I don't think Jimmy G's elite yet. He's not close to that. But 68% completion percentage is pretty good. 20 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, that's not bad. 100 pass rating, I'll take that. Do you realize Jimmy Garoppolo has more touchdown passes this year than Patrick Mahomes, than Aaron Rodgers, than Tom Brady? I'm just saying, the numbers don't lie. And I don't think Jimmy G is ready to carry a team yet, but he's getting there. I believe Jimmy G has that it factor about him. There's something about his leadership. There's something about him. He's a winner. And Jimmy G's only going to get better and better as the season goes on, okay? I will admit, he's probably the weak link of this team. But if the weak link of my team is a guy that's 18-3 as a starter, a guy that has more touchdown passes than Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes this year, a guy that's completed 68% of his passes, I'll take it. That's just my opinion. And I didn't even get to the defense, guys, because I wanted to say that for last, because we know this defense is legit, okay? Nick Bosa, DeForest Buckner, okay? D Ford, Solomon Thomas. This defensive line has pass rushers for days. Nick Bosa is the best rookie defensive player right now. They don't need to blitz to get after the quarterback, okay? They don't need to blitz. Richard Sherman and Kwan Williams have really stepped up. Richard Sherman, we know he's a top 5 cornerback in all football right now. Put some respect on Richard Sherman's name. He's still a really good cornerback. But Kwan Williams is the difference for this team. Richard Sherman even said in the offseason, Kwan Williams has a chance to be a Pro Bowler. That's pretty high praise from a top 5 cornerback in football and a guy that's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer in Richard Sherman, okay? I think Kwan Williams is pretty good. And I understand the 49ers nearly lost to the Redskins. I know they nearly lost to the Cardinals both times. I know they almost lost to the Steelers. But guys, what NFL teams do not have close games every now and then, okay? They're 10-1, and in that one loss, they lost to Seattle in overtime, and they should have won that game if their special teams would have showed up and they didn't turn the football over so much. And also, they didn't have George Kittle, and they did not have Emmanuel Sanders. So, the one long loss for the 49ers this year was, to a really good quarterback in Russell Wilson when they did not have their 2 best weapons on offense, okay, as far as the wide receivers go. So my thing is, I think the 49ers are legit. I really do. You can say whatever you want about the Redskins game that they play. You can say whatever you want about the Cardinals game. You can say whatever you want about the Steelers game. Teams get better as the season goes on. And the 49ers, right now, they're the best team in football. I think pound for pound, they're better than the Packers. I think pound for pound, they're better than Seattle. I know Seattle beat them, but I think that if you just look at their roster, there's really no weaknesses to the San Francisco 49ers. There's really not. I know the Saints are really good, but the thing about the Saints is they don't threat you vertically, okay? They don't threat you deep. Michael Thomas is really good, but they run a timing offense, okay? If you get Drew Brees off his spot, if you take away Michael Thomas, which is something Richard Sherman can do, by the way, okay? The Saints are screwed. And you saw it last year. I know the Rams pretty much got bailed out by that no call, but the big story of that Rams and the Saints game last year, really, if you just take away that call, was the fact that Drew Brees and Michael Thomas in that offense could not push the ball down the field and create big plays vertically. And Traquan Smith, Hagan Jr., those are your 2 secondary weapons to Michael Thomas. I'm not a believer. I'm just not. And I know Jared Cook is good, but is he gonna be good enough to be that second option? I don't know. And if you take away Alvin Kamara, who's second on the team in catches, by the way, it's a bad thing that you have a running back second on your team in catches. I just think that when you look at the totality when you look at the 49ers roster overall, they're the most complete team. They can run the football, they can blitz the quarterback, they can cover you. They're a physical team, they're well coached, they're well schemed up, and if Jimmy G just doesn't screw up the game, the 49ers might host a Super Bowl trophy. I will say, I do think Seattle has a real shot to win this division. At this point, I can't predict who's going to win this division, guys. I really can't, because I think the 49ers are that good, but I think Russell Wilson is that special. So, I know a couple weeks ago I said the 49ers would not win their division. I'm going to slightly stick to that right now just because I said that off the bat, but I'm really leaning toward saying the 49ers are going to get that 1 seed. I do believe the 49ers will lose to the Ravens this week, but I do believe they will turn around and beat the Saints, and I think the winner of that game probably gets the 1 seed. And I do believe that San Francisco is the type of team that they can go into New Orleans and win. I think Jimmy G, as much as a liability at times as Jimmy G is, I think Jimmy G has the leadership skills, and I think the 49ers have the team to go into New Orleans. I don't know about Green Bay, because I don't think anyone can beat Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau Field in that snowy tundra in Green Bay if they have to go there. But New Orleans, but Seattle, yeah, I'll take the 49ers right now. The 49ers are the best team in the NFC. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.